Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do kind of like a rapid fire yes, no, maybe, because we're going to be chatting all about all of the books that I read in Q1. So I've been seeing this trend float around BookTube and I want to join into the fun because in January, February, and March, which is quarter one, I read 35 books. So I'm gonna speed through them, tell you yes, no, maybe, to give you an idea if you need to add it to your TBR or not. So, disclaimer, I am not gonna physically hold all 35 books, even though they're in my collection right here. That's a lot of books to like pick up and put down, so I have my reading journal next to me, and I'm just gonna show you like the little clip art of the book, and we're gonna go from there. So get a snack, get a little drink, and let's chat all about books. The first book that I read in 2025 was actually book 4 of the Legends of Thesmar series, which was the last book of the series of Blood and Steel. And I love that series. I highly recommend it. If you are new to the fantasy world, I highly suggest you dive into this world. It's easy to understand. There's high stakes, but not too high stakes. They already have a spin-off series that just dropped this year, so you can binge that series first and then go into the multiverse. But yes, I think you should pick up the series. Even though it's book 4, I think you should just pick up the whole entire series. Trust me. The next book that I read was book 2 in the Windy City series, which was The Right Move. Maybe. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but a lot of girlies love Ryan Shea and that whole, his whole lore, I should say. And for me, compared to the other ones that I liked in the series, it's a maybe. It's a maybe. The next book that I read was Planet Barbarians. No, it's overhyped. Just skip it. It's not worth it. It's just like, yes, I understand that sometimes you want a palate cleanser. It's not worth it. I say skip it, so no. Then I read Truly, Madly, Deeply. I listened to it on audio and I say yes. Yes, it's a standalone series. They are not interconnected. Book 2 just dropped this month and I say dive into it. Yep, dive into it. Grumpy chef. They talk about trauma, but that's not the whole entire book. Like realistic obstacles that the FMC and the MMC overcome, and they are older, because not for nothing, a lot of the books I'm tired of reading about 17-year-olds running around. They're older, they're established, they went through actual real life things. Get it? Yes. Quicksilver. Now this was January's book club pick. Last year I had FOMO, my book club had FOMO, and I was like, you know what? We're gonna read that for January. We're gonna start off strong. I wanna see what the hype is. And honestly, I say maybe. What helped me was the audio. It got me through the first half of the book. But if I didn't do the audio, I think it would have been a little bit harder for myself. Am I gonna read book 2 that's coming out later on this year? Yes. But I say maybe. I think it is a little overhyped on TikTok. Now, I read book 3 in the Windy City series, and it was Caught Up. Yes. Yes. We love Kai in here. Yeah. Read this one. And these are interconnected standalones. So for me personally, skip book 1, maybe skip book 2, and go into 3, 4, and 5 is coming out in a couple of months. Just do that. Trust me. Do that. Yeah. I said what I said. then we picked for my book club Onyx Storm, okay? We have been gearing up to Onyx Storm for a very long time. We even did a reread in my book club and everything. And after I read this book, I'm not gonna lie, I stared at a wall for a little bit. Now that I've had some time to think about this, okay, it does hurt me a little bit to say that I think this is a maybe yes. Closer to a yes, maybe yes, okay? A lot of things occurred in book 3, but I would say a maybe yes. We'll go with that. Then I read book 4 in the Windy City series and Play Along. Yes, I love the brothers. I love Isaiah, amazing. Yes, I'm ready for book 5 to come out with Rio. Just do it. Just do it. No hesitation, just read it. The Housemaid, okay. I have seen this everywhere. It has a lot of hype for a reason. I don't know about the rest of the series, okay? But I only read book 1, and even though I have book 2, I'm probably not gonna read it. I did find it in the free little library, so, you know, there's that. But yes, 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 yes. It deserved the hype. Buckle up, okay? You are in for a roller coaster that you didn't even think that you were gonna be on. And when you thought that you knew when the next curve and all of that was gonna happen and the loop-de-loop on a roller coaster, guess what? There's 10 more loop-de-loops that you're gonna go through before the book is even done. And then the book right before it ends is just gonna give you like another twirl, and then they're just gonna leave you alone. Yeah, but read it. Read it. Now, you know how I was saying about the Legends of Thesmar, that whole book series? The spin-off in the multiverse is Iron and Embers, and this is called the Ashes of Thesmar series. Read it. If you want a little bit more spicier from the last series, here you go. It's spicy enough. But I feel like you kind of need to read the other series to understand the characters and the tension that was building from the other series to this series, because not for nothing, if you just go into the series, you're going to follow along. She did a great job explaining everything. But for you, it might be like, oh, this all happened too fast, when the OGs are like, no, no, no. They have been leading up to this until now, okay? So you're gonna get a whole different vibe, so read it. If you lost track on how many books that we read already, we read 10. The 11th book, and I have 35, so this is gonna be a long video. I'm gonna have to like drink something because my throat is a little parched. But book 11 was for the Sisterhood of the Traveling Book. That you sign up, not everybody has to join, and I tried to pick standalones or interconnected standalones, and what I picked was, for round 2, Fragile Sanctuary, romance, suspense. Loved it. Book 1 of Sparrow Falls. Read it. Yes, you could very much just read the first book and be done with it. I personally, spoiler alert, read the whole entire series. So yes, this is a yes series for me. So much so, right after that, I read Delicate Escape. Yes, read that. Book 13. Now I'm into the fantasy world again, Phantasma. Now, this is compared a lot to Caraval, and that is a YA series, okay? If you liked that series and you needed it a little bit spicier, then Phantasma was amazing. It did what it needed to do. However, since I read the other series, a lot of it for me felt very similar. Did I still like it? Yes. Would I still recommend it? Yes. This is a yes series for me. but I did see some similarities in it, so be mindful of that. Too Late by Colleen Hoover. I would say maybe. I enjoyed it. I would recommend it, but I would say maybe. A maybe for this one. Next was The City of Gods and Monsters. I go back and forth about this series, which is the House of Devils series. I think I'm just gonna say maybe. If you read Crescent City, I wouldn't suggest this series. I think it's a lot of similar things, and the books are like 600 pages plus each book. They're very beefy books. I did it on audio, and I would say maybe. Book one was just Crescent City on a platter. Like, they just gave it to you, changed a couple of things, but it was Crescent City to the T, which kind of irked me. So I would say maybe. Then I continued my Sparrow Falls journey, and I read book 3, which was Broken Harbor. Maybe. I liked it, I enjoyed it, but maybe for this book. Then I went into The Fall Risk. This was the first Abby Jimenez book that I read. It was a little novella, cute, short, simple. Yes, do it. What do you have to lose? It was phenomenal. Like, I loved it. It was only 82 pages. But she did a lot with that 82 pages. So, yes, read it. The Sublet. Now, I got this from, what is it called? Amazon First Reads of every single month. They give you like a couple of categories. So I downloaded this. Skip it. I wouldn't even say maybe. For me personally, at the time, I probably would have said maybe. But now that I think about it, don't even waste your time. Just skip it. Don't read it. If you got it, whatever. No. Tempt Me from the Wolf Hotel series. Personally, if you got time, then I would say read it, but I say skip it. Just skip it. And I know I could say skip it because I read book 2, which was Break Me. Just skip it. I DNF'd the rest of the series. I was like, I'm done. I'm done. It's not picking up as fast as I wanted it to. Just maybe it's a maybe for you, but it's a no for me. Then for March book club, I did Wild Side, and I love the Rose Hill series. My book club loved this whole series. I just think I read this book at the wrong time, kind of a vibe. So for me, it's a maybe, but the series as a whole is a yes. The Let Them theory, do it. And read the audio. Listen to the audio. Now, if you're going to do the immersive read, don't do it together, because Mel Robbins specifically said that she wanted 2 different experiences during it. And the book does not match up to the audio, and she says that. That's what she wanted. So don't get confused when it really jumps, because you know when you're listening to an audio and it skips a little bit of parts? This one just like skipped many parts, and I was too confused and distracted. So if you do both, just read when you want to read and listen when you want to listen. But yes, everybody needs to read this book. This is a book that you're going to come back to many, many, many times. If you don't annotate, if you don't tab, you will be in this book. And this is the book that you're going to be like, you should read this book. You should read this book. Read the damn book. Yes. Are you keeping track? We are on number 23. Okay, we're almost there. Book 23, I did Vow of Deception. Personally, I would just skip it, or maybe a maybe. Maybe skip. I just felt like I had higher expectations, and it's a trilogy, so you know, I could definitely go into the rest of this, read the rest of the series. The book club that I'm in, the girls really did like this book, this series. For me, it was okay. I would say maybe or skip. Book 24 was book 2 of the House of Devils series, City of Souls and Sinners. Now, the reason why I continued the series because I wanted to see if the hype was hyping. And again, maybe. Was it a little bit different than Crescent City? Yes. The reason why I say maybe is because I have been thinking about this world lately, but it's not like a, oh my gosh, you need to read this right now. No. But if you got time, 33 hours worth, read it. Listen to it. I've been doing this series on audio. So yeah, 33 hours is a lot. So I say maybe. You need to be invested, you know? The Art of War, I would say maybe. It's just an hour and a half in audio, so like, maybe. Maybe. Just My Luck, okay? From the King series, the whole series, read it. If you haven't already, just do it. The whole series is a 5-star series. Read it. Yes, 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 yes. Then I went into Just Between Us. This is a 6-star book. Yes, read it. Then I switched things up and I was like, let me do a memoir. So I did The Third Gilmore Girl. Personally, I listened to the audio and it's in her actual voice. So for me, I do hold this at a higher standard. I loved Gilmore Girls. Listening to her voice was like a comfort read that I didn't know I needed to have. Now remember, the title kind of like trips you a little bit, at least for me, because I was thinking it was gonna, I knew it was about her life, but I thought it was gonna be more about the time that she was in Gilmore Girls, and it's not. That's like towards the end. So if you're looking for that, that's not this book. This book is genuinely a memoir about her whole life. And then towards the end of it is about Gilmore Girls, okay? So for me, I would say maybe yes. It depends on like what you're looking for. This book I read was Autopsy of a Fairytale. I listened to this on audio. I went into this book because it said that it was a Beauty and the Beast retelling. Very loosely, like very, very loosely Beauty and the Beast vibes. I don't necessarily really see that other than their names, but it was good. I would recommend this. I think it's like the perfect palate cleanser. Great. You can listen to this or read it within like 2 days, if anything. I would say yes. Book 30. We're almost there. Book 30, Just Like That. Yes. Again, the King series. Just read all of them. If you don't take anything from this whole entire Q1 video, you better read this series. I don't want to hear no ifs, ands, or buts. Just read it. Okay? Okay. As long as we understand that. Got it. Sunrise of the Reaping. Do not, okay? Do not hold back because you didn't read the other books. If you saw the movies back in the day, all the Hunger Game movies, you will be just fine, okay? I was debating if I wanted to read this book or not because I didn't read the Hunger Games trilogy. I didn't read the additional book of Snow's point of view. I was like, do I really want to hear about Hamish's story? Do it. I am so glad that I did. This was a 6-star book, okay? It gave me all the feels. I was sad, I was angry, I was happy. I didn't think it was gonna hit that hard for a YA. It sure did. Read this book. You need to. Then go backwards or whatever, or just read this book and be done with it. Read the book. The movie comes out next year, and I am going to be seeing that movie. Then I read Just This Once from the King series, and again, yes, yes. The Alchemist. I have had this book for years and years and years and years. Everybody says how amazing this book was, and it was. I read this book at the perfect time. I will forever recommend this book. I will listen to this book again because I did it on audio. It's only 4 hours. What a beautiful story. That's the best way I could describe the evolution, the journey that you as a reader go through on this book journey. Like, I can't even explain it too much. Like, listen to it, but be conscious. And sometimes when you're like listening to a book and you're kind of like doing dishes and all of that, this is the kind of book that you need to listen to with intention so you can truly be immersed in it. I would say yes. The Game of Life and how to play it, I would say maybe yes. Maybe yes. It depends on what you're looking for. Maybe yes. And that was, let's see. And that was the last book from January all the way into March. So let's see. Let me see my stats. In January, I read 9 books. In February, I read 8 books. And in March, I read 17 books. So now that I went through all of the books, it seems like I had a lot more yeses, a few maybes, and like a select few no's, which is great. I think we're starting off really strong. My goal this year is to read 80 books. So I think I'm doing pretty good with that. I'm 35 books in. Well, now it's already past March. We're almost at the end of April, but I think we're on the right track because currently right now I am on I finished book 38. I'm having a slower April, okay? You'll find out in one of my videos what book put me in the biggest, okay? The biggest reading slump. I wasn't ready for it. So I have lots to discuss in that video. If you're in my book club, you already know what book I'm talking about. But yeah, that was all of Q1's reading wrap up. I can't wait to do Q2. If you like this book, if you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. What books did you read? Did some of the books that I said yes, maybe, or no shock you? Did you have a different experience with those books? What are you adding to your TBR? Let me know down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.